Hi guys, for my Teaching Tuesday, I'm going to be teaching you how to make Puppy Chow. Puppy Chow? No, Oscar, not that kind of Puppy Chow. It's actually called Muddy Buddies. So, Muddy Buddies is basically my favorite snack to eat, whether that be at parties or hanging out with friends. It's really easy, it's super fast, so I figured that a lot of people would like to know how to make this. It has peanut butter and chocolate, and it's very addicting. That's the one bad thing, but it's really fun to make, and I hope you'll like this tutorial, and I'll get started with the materials. Alright, so for the materials to make Puppy Chow, you really only need a few simple ingredients. You need 1 box of Rice Chex cereal, whether that be Chex Mix or any brand, doesn't really matter. A container of peanut butter, some semi-sweet chocolate chips, some vanilla, powdered sugar, and then a few large bowls and a bowl to melt the chocolate and peanut butter in. Alright, for the first step, open your box of Chex Mix and measure out 9 cups of the cereal in the large bowl. Alright, so just pour it in a bowl, measure it out. Almost to the top would be about 9 cups. If you want to double the batch, you would do 18. Usually you can do that for parties or family get-togethers, or even to give out at Christmas time. I'll just get rid of this box to be easier. Alright, so now take the cereal that you have measured out and go ahead and pour that in the large bowl. And we'll be using this later, so you can just set that aside for now. Alright, so for the next step, you're going to take your peanut butter, chocolate chips, and also butter, which is what I forgot to mention in my materials list. You're going to microwave that in a large bowl, and that's going to be the coating for the Chex Mix. So the first step, you're going to take the chocolate chips and measure out a cup. So it doesn't really have to be exact, but just around a cup would be great. And then you're going to take your peanut butter. Probably should have opened it before, but oh well. And here we are. Alright, I have no clue what this measuring thing is called, but it helps when measuring peanut butter because you just slide it to the amount. Half a cup is what you need. And then you spoon the peanut butter into the container and make sure it's full with no bubbles. Sometimes people like to add more peanut butter because that's what they like. They like the peanut butter more than chocolate, so it really depends on what you want. But usually I just stick to the recipe because it's easiest that way. Again, it doesn't have to be exact. Alright, so now that you got this thing full, you just kind of push it in and it plops off like that. Easy. Alright, so now for the butter, you need a half a stick of butter, which is 1/4 of a cup. And just grab a knife. Doesn't matter if it's room temperature or refrigerated because it's going to get all microwaved anyways. So plop that in, and then the next step, you're going to put this in the microwave for 1 minute to start off. Alright, so now take your mixture and you can put it in the microwave and put that in for 1 minute, and after it's done, just stir. Alright, so the minute's over. Take it out of the microwave and then give it a nice stir. So it kind of does really look nasty, but I promise you it will taste awesome. And see how it's like super chunky and it's like not blending in good? That means that it's not ready. So you have to keep putting it on 30-second intervals until it is ready, but you don't want to keep doing it so that the chocolate burns. So I'm going to put it in there for another 30 seconds, and then I'll stir it again when that's done and see how it is then. Alright, so here it is after the 30 seconds. And it's really hard because I'm videotaping with one hand and stirring with the other. So sorry about that, but it's still not blended very well. So I'm still going to do it for another 30 seconds or two. And then once it's smooth, I will put that over the Chex Mix. Alright, so now that the chocolate and the peanut butter are smooth, you have to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Alright, and then stir that in. Alright, you can. Alright, so now you kind of want to act fast on this part because you don't want the chocolate to cool. But you pour the chocolate into the Chex Mix and just all over the bowl. You want to try to use a bigger spoon because it's easier to get out. And then you can also mix the Chex Mix in with it with a big spoon. I'll get that out in a minute, but I want to start stirring this. So I want to make sure all the Chex pieces are covered in chocolate and the peanut butter. So now is the fun part. You get to use the powdered sugar. You don't really have to measure, but you don't want too much. You just kind of sprinkle it all over. And you're supposed to use a bag and shake it in a bag, but I have these huge bowls with a lid, and that tends to be a lot easier. And so you just snap the lid tight and just shake it until the Chex Mix is fully covered. And if your bowl is open, that is bad because iPad ran out of storage, so I had to go delete videos. But since if the lid was open, then powdered sugar could fly everywhere. And one time it like exploded and it made a huge mess, so that's what you don't want to do. But see how it's not covered in powdered sugar? You need to add a lot more and make sure every piece is fully covered. But if you add too much, then there's just a bunch of extra powdered sugar left over, and that's just really annoying when you're trying to eat it because it gets everywhere. So just the right amount. Doing circular motions will help get more coated easily. Alright, so now it's time to spread the Puppy Chow out on a pan. I just put wax paper down so it wouldn't be on the pan, and then you just take the bowl and dump it. Alright, it's still pretty warm, and this is honestly the best time to eat it. It is so good, and sometimes it can clump together, but you can just break the clumps or just spread it out. And then once it cools, it's ready to serve, or you can just eat it right now. And that's it. So, alright, so now to go back over the steps. First, you gotta take the Chex Mix and measure out 9 cups and put that in a bowl and just set it aside. The next step, you have to take the cup of chocolate chips, half a cup of peanut butter, and the half a stick of butter, and melt that in the microwave for a minute, and then go with 30-second intervals. Then add the teaspoon of vanilla after you microwave, and mix that with the Chex Mix, and then shake in the powdered sugar. And I hope you really like this tutorial. I hope it was easy to follow and you'll be able to make this on your own. And it's perfect to just grab a bowl, take it, guys, you guys can take it and go watch some March Madness, and girls, whatever your favorite TV show is, just go and relax on the couch and enjoy the Puppy Chow. Alright, thank you. Bye.